Greetings YouTube, Joe here with Colonation Media, and welcome back to another episode of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. This is episode number 51, and in this episode we're going to be finishing up the Child Link portion of the Spirit Temple, and then we will be moving on eventually to the Shadow Temple. I don't know if we're going to get to that in this episode, but we'll see. That's coming soon. Anyway, in this room here where we left off, the first thing you want to do is take out those Beamos, because one, it gets very difficult to navigate this room with all of their lasers chasing you. And secondly, you need those little platforms in order to jump up on top of these beams. Did that really just happen? Dang, that was really stupid. Okay, so it's no secret what you have to do here. Obviously, it's the very famous Zelda Silver Rupee puzzle that is all over the place in this game. They didn't do it a whole lot in a lot of the other games, or not as much as they have in Ocarina of Time, and it's just crazy how much it shows up in this game. Anyway, once you get all of these silver rupees, it doesn't unlock any of the doors. All it does is create fire in the golden torch. And oh crap, I went the wrong way. Darn it. Okay, so what you need to do is obviously, within a certain amount of time, light all of the torches around the room. The only fire that doesn't go out is the fire that's on the golden torch, and that's the torch that I missed right there that kind of threw everything off. Alright, let's do this again. So obviously you want to get a running start, and it's just going clockwise pretty much. I just somehow missed the torch. Don't understand how. Try to time it so that you can squeeze in between the blades there. The blade and the beam. Whatever, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, once you light all of the torches... Crap, what am I doing here? Okay. Anyway, once you light all of the torches... Lost my train of thought there for a second. Once you light all the torches, a small treasure chest will appear on one of the beams. And you can pick that up for a small key. And we're going to be needing that, obviously, because this kind of just feels like a mini dungeon, and it pretty much is, but it is part of the Spirit Temple. And it is possible to actually get back here as Adult Link. And I may end up doing that by accident if I get lost. Anyway, the next step is to... No, Link, don't climb. No climbing, you are not a monkey. The next step is to drag this block with the sun on top into the light that is shining down onto the floor. Because once the sun is activated, then we can finally go through the doors. Which would be nice, because I feel like we've been in this room for a long time. In reality, though, it's only been about 3 minutes, but 3 minutes can be a really long time. It's been the longest 3 minutes of my life. We're actually almost to the Silver Gauntlets. We're very close. Probably only half of this video will be the rest of the Spirit Temple, so that part's pretty cool. We do have a mini-boss battle that we have to contend with before we can get the Silver Gauntlets that we're looking for. Anyway, in this little hallway here with the stairs, there is a golden Skulltula above the entrance doorway. So you can turn around and grab that, knock it out, and you can pick up the golden Skulltula token. There's a couple of jars in here which you can get hearts from, and if you have full hearts, it'll give you a rupee. Now we're into the mini-boss room here. The door doesn't lock behind you, but it's kind of weird. It looks like some giant soldier sitting on a throne. And what you need to do is wake him up. So if you slice him, then he'll become awakened. The Iron Knuckle, watch out for its axe attack. It hurts a lot, strike when it drops its guard. This thing is a constant in a lot of these Zelda games, and I recommend, because it's so tough to fight with young Link, that I suggest just going after him like crazy with bombs like this to deal a lot of damage. If you do get hit, it does a crazy amount of damage, probably about 4 hearts worth, 3 or 4 hearts worth, just because, I mean, look at the size of that axe, and he can destroy the pillars, which also will give you hearts, but your boomerang and slingshot don't do anything. You can only hit him with bombs or your sword, really. I suggest using jump slashes and taking advantage of your speed, like so. When you slash him, it will stop his slashes, and also when he misses you with his axe, you have a chance to inflict a lot of damage. If you use your speed, though, kind of hop around him and get multiple strikes in before he gets to hit you, you should be okay. If you have to, bring a blue potion, a red potion, some Lon Lon milk, or a fairy into that battle, just to make sure that you survive. After you make it through the door behind where the Knuckle throne was, it's our owl friend outside. A long time in this world is almost nothing to you, is it? How mysterious! Yes, I'm very mysterious, Mr. Owl. Even I thought that the tales of a boy who could travel back and forth through time was merely a legend. Cullination, you have fully matured as an adult, even though I'm like 3 feet tall right now. From now on, the future of all the people in Hyrule is on your shoulders. No pressure. Maybe it's not my time anymore. Here's my last advice. Oh, the last advice of the game, what? 2 witches inhabit this temple. In order to destroy them, turn their own magic power against them. Hoo-hoot! And I want to make sure you understand that, because that will be the boss battle of the Spirit Temple, which we will be getting to a little bit further down the road. I'm going to say maybe like 9 videos from now, because we still have to go through the whole Shadow Temple and then come back here and go through the Spirit Temple, so we're not anywhere near close to that. You can do the Spirit Temple now, but I want to do the Shadow Temple first, because I'm cool like that. Anyway, the chest here contains these silver gauntlets. If you wore them, you would feel power in your arms, the power to lift big things with A. I want to have the power to lift big things with A, but these gauntlets won't fit a kid. Plus, you promised to give them to Nabooru. You should keep your word. Nah, I don't really want to. Okay, so a cutscene is going to ensue after getting the gauntlets, and you'll hear a scream. Hey, where are you taking me? And that undoubtedly is Nabooru. That's the only thing that makes sense in Zelda logic. Yarg, let me go! Yep, definitely Nabooru. We can probably see from here, though, and Link eventually will look down to see Nabooru and the 2 witches. You fiends! Ganondorf's minions! And she's being sucked into the ground into some, like, magical vortex. Get out of here! These witches, they're using black magic on me! Well, that just isn't good, because you just got sucked into the ground. And it looked like it hurt. And into the temple the witches go, so we are going to have to go after them in order to save Nabooru and finish off the Spirit Temple. Like I said, I'm not going to be doing that anytime soon. So, the next thing that we need to do is come back here as an adult, because there's a heart piece over there that we can get, as well as a golden Skulltula. So I'm going to go back to the Temple of Time, turn into an adult, and come on back over here. I'm back as an adult, and the first thing you want to do is make sure that it is nighttime, because the golden Skulltula that we're looking for up here, obviously, is only going to come out at night, so that just makes things easier. Okay, so we're looking for a golden Skulltula and a heart piece. The golden Skulltula is going to be on this platform right here. You can jump off on it, and as long as it's night, he'll be in plain sight. You can slash him with your sword, and everything is all good. We'll need to get back on the magic beam platform in order to pick up the heart piece, which is right on top of this pillar right here. Unfortunately, that is like the last thing that we go over when using the magic bean, but that's okay. We have all the time in the world to wait, and I should be getting the last couple of heart pieces in the game in this episode. Well, maybe not in this episode. We'll see. I don't know if this is the last one or not. And we obtained a heart piece. No, we have 2 more to go, so I'll be doing those probably in the next episode. Alright, I do have one more thing that I want to get, though, so we're off to the Zora's Fountain. Okay, so in the Zora's Fountain, we're not looking for a heart piece here, but it's something that we can get now that we have these silver gauntlets equipped. Now you can pick up these silver boulders that are all over Hyrule, and Link can throw them. Just so happens that this one in front of the Great Fairy's Fountain has a little hole that you can drop into. Make sure you have the Lens of Truth activated so that you can see the hidden spiders here, because none of them are within plain view. If you take the left-hand side, you should be able to just kill 2 of them and make it safely through the path without having to kill all of them. Again, you're going to want to make sure that it is nighttime, because there is a golden Skulltula up here that we want to capture, and that's pretty much the entire reason of coming up here in the first place. And this is probably one of the hardest golden Skulltulas to find, especially considering it's just very difficult to figure it out. I don't remember exactly how I remembered that there was one here, but I remembered from a long time ago. Anyway, that's going to be the end of this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and in the next episode, we're going to be taking on the Shadow Temple. Stay tuned for episode number 52. Game on.